Okay, good evening, everybody. A bit late today or tonight. Apologies. The reason why is because I was waiting for the US CPI to come out. It's a very important number, which I will have to discuss in this outlook. You can see, once a dealer, always a dealer. That is the logo for the Forex Association International. And the reason being, I started my career in 1983. On to Citibank as senior dealer in 1985. I left Citi in 91 to be treasury manager of Nations Bank, now known as Bank of America. I left in 1996 to pursue a career in private banking with HSBC, and I was there almost 8 years. In 2006, I left HSBC to be currency analyst and strategies with Informa Global Markets before semi-retiring in 2017. At the moment, I'm doing part-time lecturing at SMU and Kaplan, as well as being a trainer for the Skill Futures Fundamentals of Forex Trading, Hedging, and Risk Management course, which I will spend some time later. I was lecturer, trainer at the Institute of Banking and Finance, IBF, for many central banks, including Central Bank of Macau, Bank Negara Malaysia, Bank Indonesia, BIA, as well as MAS. All right, so in the 80s and early 90s, some of the MAS dealers actually were trained by me, all right, with the Institute of Banking and Finance. Okay, I was featured on Money Mind several times, and I was also a panel speaker at the NUS Econometric Studies Unit as an FX expert. And I recently participated in the University of Essex and Kaplan Symposium on Alternative Financing and Rethinking Financial Education. Quite a long so-called CV. It's actually longer than that. If I do that, I probably cannot talk about what I'm going to talk today. All right, so I've shortened it considerably, quite a lot. Okay, now, today I'm going to talk about outlook for the New Zealand dollars versus the Aussie. But what I want to also say before I start this is that the reason why I started about 3 minutes later is because there was an economic number called the US CPI that came out of the US. The year-on-year came out to be still a bit hot, so-called hot means very high, 5.4%. But the month-on-month fell quite a lot, from 0.9 last month to 0.5 this month, which is a lot. So there is a sell-off in the US dollar, okay? In the US dollar, which of course, if there's a sell-off in the US dollar, it will pull the Aussie and the Kiwi higher. All right, so both Aussie and New Zealand dollars are now higher, but New Zealand is still higher than Australian dollar, okay? So without much further ado, I'll talk about what I'm going to talk about today. Now, economic data out of Australia has been awful recently, with the latest consumer confidence showing a negative 4.4 versus 1.5% previously, and along with business confidence also plummeting. About a few days ago, it came out. It showed very, very bad number. All right, so and with COVID cases increasing in New South Wales, Victoria, and a few other states, the lockdowns will lead to slower Australian growth in Q3, all right, in Q3. So Q3, that means now, July, August, September. All right, so the next 3 months will be quite slow for Australian growth. Now, in contrast, New Zealand, its effective management of the COVID-19 situation has seen minimal lockdown and allowed it to open its economy, which will lead to higher growth. And then likely, all right, to bring it back to pre-pandemic levels earlier than other nations. All right, so New Zealand, because of its so-called robust management of the COVID-19 situation, has been able to get back to near pre-pandemic levels in its growth. And therefore, the market is more confident that the New Zealand economy will perform much better, all right, than the other economies in the world. So you're going to see New Zealand Central Bank getting more and more so-called hawkish. Hawkish meaning they would like to so-called hike rates, all right, earlier than the rest of the world. So what has happened was about a few weeks ago, during the about 3 weeks to be precise, about 3 weeks ago, during the last Reserve Bank of New Zealand meeting, right, decision, they took away QE, all right, since July 23rd. Their meeting was like July 19th or something like that. So, but then they said that July 23rd, they will take away QE. And for those of you who are not familiar with QE, what QE is, quantitative easing is when the central bank pump money into the system by buying bonds from the banks and from the corporates. So when they buy bonds from the corporates and from the banks, they actually pump money into the system to shore up the economy. All right, so when the pandemic hit last year, all the central banks did QE to pump money so that the economy will not collapse. And New Zealand is also one of them. But since about towards the end of last year, they have become more and more confident until this year, July, just last month, they took away that QE because they say that now the economy is strong enough. They do not need more money to be pumped into the system. All right, so now, because they took away the QE, the market is looking for them to hike rates on the 18th of August. And then 2 more additional hikes until the end of the year. Okay, until the end of the year. So tomorrow you have New Zealand inflation expectation, all right, and it's forecast to show 2.05%, right? 2.05%, which means it is actually within the New Zealand central bank expectation of 2 to 3%, but it's now higher. It's over 2%. And if it comes out stronger or even higher than 2.05, then August 18th is definitely a done deal. All right, a done deal. So it's going to be very, very interesting, all right, over the next little while to see where the New Zealand dollar is going to go, because I believe they're going to go much, much, much higher, right? Because of the 2 additional hikes plus the August 18th hike, if they do that. That means between now and end of the year, New Zealand is going to increase interest rates 3 times. Australia is not going to do anything, all right, over the next, at least, I would say 1 year. And then next year, New Zealand is probably also going to increase another 3 times. So meaning a total of 6 times, which means New Zealand interest rates will be like 1.5% higher than Australian interest rates, than US interest rates, than UK interest rates, than what is that? EU interest rates. So with all this, you are definitely going to see the New Zealand dollars, all right, going much, much higher than the rest of the world. So therefore, but today I just want to concentrate on the New Zealand and the Aussie because I believe, okay, there is very little downside for the New Zealand dollars, while Aussie is still vulnerable because of the COVID situation in the different states. So it's more vulnerable to downside. So therefore, I would prefer selling Aussie New Zealand if it does get there towards 105. And I think eventually we see 102.00 or even like, you know, between 102.00 and 102.50. All right. Okay, the actual current rate now in Aussie New Zealand is a 104.60. It's really come down already. All right. This morning it was about 104, about 90, right? 85, 90. Now it's about 30 points lower. But you will probably see it going a bit lower, all right, over time. So if, okay, now, if for whatever reason there is a, in foreign exchange, you know, there's always a correction, a mild correction, a pullback. So now let's say if Australia against New Zealand, now it's 104.60, it may go to 104.40, or for whatever reason, it bounced back to 104.80 or 104.80 to 90 levels. I think you can also sell now because I think there is a lot of downside for this cross, okay, this so-called cross. So a lot more downside over the next few weeks and even few months, all right? You can buy and you can hold. I think you can do very, very well, okay? So of course, some people say, I don't want to do Aussie New Zealand because it's a bit confusing. I would just like to do New Zealand. You can, no problem. You can just do New Zealand dollars on its own. That means buying New Zealand on its own, which is also not bad, all right? It's not a bad idea. It's quite good. So you can do that as well, okay? So over the next few days, I will probably talk a little bit more on Aussie New Zealand. But unfortunately, I only talk to my chat group, see? I have a chat group. I'll talk to you about the chat group, where I will tell them about, you know, whether to buy or sell Aussie against New Zealand, or whether to buy New Zealand. So this morning, last few days, actually, I told all of them to buy New Zealand. Below 70, about 69.80, 69.90, they all bought, all right? And then now, of course, they are very happy. One of them saying big money now because the New Zealand has gone up a lot, okay? Very, very high now, all right, against the US dollars. So, all right, I'm going to take a question here. Okay. Okay, Robin. Robin Power. Okay, now you know, right, Robin, what I'm saying, right? You have to wait one sometimes. You cannot just, all right, be impatient. It will go up. Did you buy the additional New Zealand, Robin? Yeah, my friend, you missed, man. Okay, never mind. There will be some time. Okay, let others make money. You're right. My other fellas on my market my chat group is making a lot of money, so they're very happy. All right, we'll chat again later. Okay. Okay. Anybody? Any other questions other than Robin? Okay, if you join my chat group, Robin, you know who are the others. Anyone else? Any questions? Okay, don't have, later on I can leave you some more time, all right, to ask questions. All right, so this is my take on the Aussie Kiwi, and a little bit on the Kiwi because I'm an bullish Kiwi, because I think it will go much higher from where it is now. All right, don't forget, now it's the 11th, so you have one more week for the Reserve Bank of New Zealand meeting. And that meeting, I think they will probably hike rates, which means New Zealand will go even higher from here. Now it's about 0.7050. It may get to 0.7150 before the meeting even. All right. Okay, so we finish this part. Okay, now, those who are trading either foreign exchange or gold, you would have known on Monday what happened to gold. All right. We ended Friday close to the 1,800 level. And on Monday morning, gold got whacked very badly, went all the way down to 1,680 on Monday morning. All right. Of course, it has since bounced back to its current level of about 1,732. I'll give you the exact number now. Okay, give me a sec. Now, because dollar is down, all right, because of the CPI, dollar is down, gold is 1,746. Okay, so as I do my presentation, you'll see what I mean. Okay, it has bounced back, but it's below the breakdown level of 1,750. So that means it's still below the breakdown of 1,750. All right. So as long as tapering talks continue to make the rounds, gold will continue to be under pressure. Okay, because normally when dollar goes up, or when inflation, when interest rates go up, gold will go down. All right, they always have an inverse relationship. Although 2021 is not the same as 2013, where gold tanked. Tank means collapse by 20% following the taper tantrum. Okay, 8 years ago they did the same thing, but that one they took the market by surprise. They tapered without the market realizing it, and then the market went crazy, right? And gold dropped 20%. But now, because the Federal Reserve has communicated again and again that tapering is going to happen, but it's not going to happen now. We're going to see where inflation is, because we believe that it is transitory. That means very temporary. So the gold is not going to collapse like it did 8 years ago. But we must still be very aware that any rise in US yields on the back of tapering talk will hit gold hard. All right, will hit gold hard. So, so you have to be careful when you do gold. All right, but anything that is tapering, will hit the gold definitely. Okay. Any queries? Any questions? Any questions so far? Andy Chia to everyone, not yet. Okay, never mind. I will talk to you all later, okay? Yeah, sorry, yeah, guys. My guys all very kanchong, all want to make money, okay? And they are making quite a bit of money. I'm not joking. I don't pull fast ones on people. I don't know whether some of them are in this presentation. They are hiding. Okay, now technically, gold has broken down. All right, technically it's broken down. About 2 weeks ago, I went talking. I don't know whether any of you in this group heard me or not. I say that if gold cannot break 1835 to 1840, it will go down to at least 1750. All right. I didn't expect to go down to 1680. Okay. But even from 18, when I was talking, gold was about 1810, 1813. It went up to 1830 and then collapsed. All right. So it has broken down. So you will probably see a correction because it's broken down quite hard. Okay. So you probably have to see a correction. All right, a little bit correction. Maybe back to about 1770. All right. If of course, if the dollar keeps on going down, okay, there is a potential that gold may go further up. Right, but at the moment it's still struggling to cross 1750. Now, even if it does cross 1750 to go to near 1770, I think it is a good level to sell. All right, so you can see there, I said that we'll be looking to sell rallies towards 1760 with a stop above 1790, okay, for a move back below 1700. All right, actually gold has a long way to go, but of course I cannot just say put a big number and then wait for it to go to that level. It still has some ways to go. And I think probably wait for like 2 to 3 months. Okay, you may see it going down to like 1006. Okay, 1006. But eventually it will start to move up again when the dollar starts to come down. Okay, I'm not a fan of dollars. Okay, I think dollar this time going up, it's just because of the tapering. It's just because of inflation talk. Okay, now after being in the marketplace for so long, after teaching fundamentals for so many years, I can only say that eventually dollar will have to go down in the sense because of the budget deficit. Okay, whenever I do a presentation like that, I always talk about budget deficit. The Biden administration, they just passed the infrastructure deal and all that. All right, like how many $1 trillion? But the problem is they are not funding it with tax. They are borrowing money. That means the US budget deficit gets bigger and bigger and bigger. They owe the world $21 trillion. How can a country owe the whole world $21 trillion survive? They cannot just keep on printing. They can keep on printing money, which is why the dollar will keep on going lower and lower and lower. Okay, that's what's going to happen. Okay, Andy, you can please ask, no problems. You can unmute and ask. Andy? Oh, you don't have any now. Okay, never mind. If you have, you just shout, okay? Okay, so technically it's broken down. If you go up to 1760, 1770, please get ready your bazooka and go and sell it, okay? You will make quite decent money. Okay. Short term, yes, gold will drop. It will continue to drop. All right, definitely. Because when you have a move like that, from like 1,800 to 168, 1680, the move up now is just a correction. So if you want a correction, a 50% correction will be about 1750, which is near here. If you want a 61.8%, it's about 1770, around that kind of level, okay? That's where you sell it, okay? That's where you sell it. Ultimate support price. You want my ultimate support price? About 1,600. All right, so got some ways to go. All right, but of course, if you continue, coming to this channel to listen, I will talk more and more about gold eventually, and then you'll get more and more ideas. Of course, if you join the chat group, even better. We talk about gold, we talk about everything, right? In terms of trading. Okay. Any questions? Any more questions?
Hi, Victor. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Okay. Since nobody has questions, I'll ask my question. I'm a keen student of economics, and just want to ask, for the US dollar, right? I mean, with the quantitative QE and the US pumping money, trillions of dollars, I assume that it will. I mean, as a de facto currency, it's going to drop in value over time. But the thing is that the gold and oil is still denominated in US dollars. So how do you see the US dollar in the next 5-10 years?
Oh, very long term, but never mind.
Yeah,
I can try. I can try.
I mean, just generally, yeah. I'm just because
what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Is you can see the world. People like China, people like Russia, people like some of the Middle Eastern countries, they are denominating some of their oil purchases and oil sales to China in yuan. All right. So China actually is paying them in yuan, and then some in EU. All right. So EU and CNY they are taking over some of the US dollars shine, okay, being a reserve currency, which is why you can see the US, if you want to put it, they are a little bit panicking, okay? That's why they're trying all sorts of ways to curb China. They're trying all sorts of ways to curb, the giant, in Asia here, because China is very, very influential now. So the US actually knows the US dollar as a reserve currency will eventually die off, all right? So if you're a student of economics, and so am I, okay? You know that currencies do not last, reserve currencies do not last very long, all right? Sterling was a reserve currency. It didn't last more than 60 years. US as a reserve currency is now 70 odd years old. So its days are numbered, okay? So eventually it may have to share its reserve currency status with some other currency, maybe CNY, maybe EU. So eventually maybe there will be 3 or 4 reserve currencies. So if that is the case, and if that happens, the US is no more the preeminent so-called economic power of the world. And it knows that, all right? And if you look at Biden's policy, all right, is to build and to try and jumpstart the economy, but that's going to make their so-called budget blow out even much, much further. So therefore, it's going to lead to more pumping and printing of US dollars, which means US dollars over the next little while will drop much, much further, which is why, to me, gold is temporary, okay, for the time. It's going to just drop a bit here. But I think if you ask me 3, 6, 9 months, 1 year from now, I think US dollar, the potential of dropping by 10 to 15% is very great. Very, very great. Okay. Yeah.
You mean the US dollar dropping by 10 to 15%? I mean the US dollar dropping by 10-15% from the current 1.3 something.
From current level. Yeah, that means now, let's say we take dollar Sing, okay, 135, 136.
Yeah.
You can go back to around 120 something, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the reason why I asked the question is that because currently the US stock market, I mean, it's US stock market, right? So it's still the biggest market in the world. So it's denominated in US dollars. So those holding wealth, their wealth in US shares will also have their wealth being eroded if the US dollar slides.
Right, of course,
by 10-15%, yeah.
Yes. So when you buy US stocks, don't forget, that's why I always tell people, most people have to do a course in foreign exchange, because if you buy US stocks, you are denominated in US dollars, and you do not cover and do risk management on your US dollar holdings, and US drop 10-15%, you will lose money, even though you make 10% on the stock. And worse still, I don't want to scare people. What if the stocks starts to correct down? And it's actually long overdue, no? And it's very long overdue, because
I agree with you.
It's very long overdue. The 10, 15, 20, 30% correction will come. No? So if you lose in stocks and then you lose some more in currencies, you get a double whammy, you know. That's what many people do not realize that. They just buy and buy and buy. And I tell them, hey, can you please look at your foreign exchange? Oh, no, it's okay. But many suffer. All right, I will talk about foreign exchange again later. All right. So I always want to educate people on foreign exchange, because we have become a globalized world. It's globalization. We can buy US stocks, we can buy EU stocks, we can buy China stocks. All that have foreign currency implications, the risk. But many people don't take that into consideration. Just buy and buy and buy and don't care. At the end of the day, when they sell the stock, hey, I make 6%. Hey, how come I get so little? Why? Your foreign exchange eat up your profits. Okay?
Thank you, Victor.
Okay. All right. Later on we can talk some more. Don't worry. There'll be some more time. Okay, now, my next question is, how is your trading? I always want to talk this because those who are currently trading FX and you feel that your performance is not up to where you want it to be, or you don't have enough time to monitor the market, you can join my chat, the SCCI Market Tips chat group, where you will get daily trading views with entry, exit, stop loss, and take profit levels. Okay. Of course, I will try my very best to give very, very good levels. Of course, thank God, okay, the last 1 over month, I've been giving good views. So a lot of my followers have been making money. So in addition to getting the trading views, you'll also be in a chat group of active FX investors to learn from them, and then they from you. That way you will sharpen your trading skills. All right. The fee is very, very affordable. All right. So I want this group to grow. So it's like 28 cents a day. I mean, if you are into investment, $100 per annum, it's cheap sale. Okay. After this, it'll go up to 130, then you'll go up to 150, 200, and then eventually 300. And the reason why 300 is still very cheap is because it's $25 a month. I used to pay 150 US a month, okay, for this kind of services. And now, because I know that there are many people out there who want to learn foreign exchange, but don't want to pay that so-called fee, I charge very cheap so that people can come in, join the group, and make money. Hey, it's 28 cents a day, you know. Every day you follow my group, sometimes you make few dollars, 30, 40, $50 a day. You cover, actually you cover for your whole year, right? So you have my number there. Please contact me at 9452-1922 if you are interested, okay? I will put you in the group. Once you start, once you pay me, you do a pay now, I will put you in the group. And then hopefully, you know, we can journey together and make some money, okay? Okay, now, so after trading for more than 3 decades, I believe, right, this is my belief, that the key to longevity is to have good risk management in place. If you have good risk management, you will not die. All right, but if you don't have good risk management, you can make good profits, but if you don't keep those profits, you will give them back to the marketplace. That's what I believe in, right? And many people actually are in that category. Actually, one guy who actually he says, "Hey, sir, I make a lot of money, but I always give back." You know, I say, "Why do you give back?" Because I want to make more. Okay, so my next word is greed. When greed takes over, mostly you will suffer. Okay, so don't be greedy. Okay, now, so risk management is very key. So again, this part of the segment, I will end off here. Okay, I'll finish here, and then we'll continue talking about the FX cost itself. All right, so I'll end off here. Okay, now, why are many bank dealers profitable? After being in FX for like 37 years, I have come to the conclusion, observation, because of training. Bank dealers are trained. They are trained very well in terms of fundamental analysis, in terms of technical analysis, in terms of cut loss, take profit, entry levels, all right? Which of course, the retail FX investors do not have. I mean, really, some of you up there, 12 of you, 13 of you there, if you have traded before, how do you trade? Oh, my friend wanted to trade, then I see him trading. I try and learn from the Google, you know, and then I learn a bit of a chart, a candlestick, Fibonacci numbers, Elliott wave. I go and trade. All right. Or I attended this guy's course. He tells me to come for his course free. After attending his course, which was actually free, but he says in order to be able to trade nicely, I need to buy his system, which may cost 2K, all right? And never mind, I don't mind. So I paid the 2K. After paying 2K, I traded and I lost a whole chunk of money. This is real. I'm not pulling punches. Because I lecture. So my students come to me. Sir, their students are like that because they're 20-something-year-old, right? This idiot tell me to buy his thing for $2,000, $3,000, $5,000. I buy and I lose money. Now I come to your course. It is so easy to understand, and I make money. All right. So, and I mean, I hate to say this, they recommend me their friends, and I teach their friends. So we all learn together. All right. So some of them are, although I'm the teacher, some of them are making better money than me. Okay, I have one guy who actually made, after learning the course, he actually made double his money in 4 months. All right. So I told him, please don't be greedy. But he became a bit greedy, so he lost back some. But now he's back to trading normal and he's making money. All right. So greed is very, very scary. All right. Don't get into that mode. Okay. So ultimately, both fundamentals and technicals are important. All right. So if you use only one method, you don't last long. 3 months, 6 months, you're out, you're dead. Then you don't feel like doing anymore because I lose money very hard. All right. Whereas if you attend my course, which I'll talk to you about shortly, you will continue to be with me as long as I keep trading. All right. And I don't think I will stop trading. I'll continue trading, even though I'm semi-retired. Because you know why? Trading and teaching are my passion. So after teaching and training central bankers, I'm now bringing this to the public, okay, by the Skill Futures Forex trading, hedging, and risk management course. Okay, so actually look forward, to training you to be a profitable retail FX investor or FX hedger. Okay. Okay. Now, FX hedger is for people who own a company. All right. Okay. Many companies in Singapore, they have exposure in foreign exchange because they export outside of Singapore. The moment you export outside Singapore, you incur foreign exchange risk. But many do not know how to cover their risk. All right. So I have a friend who owned a chemical company for many years. His foreign exchange losses eat up about 10% of his profits. All right. His profit is 5 million, but every time he loses about $500,000 to foreign exchange risk. Okay. After we found out about that, we told him, and then he attended my course. And after that, he really followed the exchange market. Of course, now we keep very, very close touch. And he's also making money in terms of trading foreign exchange and in terms of covering his FX exposures. All right. So during the course, you also learn how to trade foreign exchange as a retail FX investor and to cover your foreign exchange exposure with a company. All right. So you're a company, you also learn that from me. So when you attend this course, you will have acquired a new skill, which is how to trade foreign exchange and other asset classes. And you will be part of a chat group where you enhance your knowledge on foreign exchange and you also receive trading ideas. All right. So when you join the chat group, I will every day put out at least one trading idea. Of course, sometimes the ideas get touched, sometimes don't touch, not every day. All right. And don't forget, foreign exchange is 24/5, okay? It's 24 hours, 5 days a week. So don't worry if you miss some opportunities. There will always be other opportunities. The main thing to know and to learn about foreign exchange is that you make money. All right. It's very important that you make money. Okay. Okay, I will share some on the chat group later on. What time is the chat group starting usually? No, my chat group is every day. In the morning, I will do a write-up and then I will post out, I will send out to the chat group via a Word document, and then you all can see what are my ideas for the day. Buying, selling, what level and all that. All right. So later on, when I finish this presentation, you can WhatsApp me again at this number 9452 1922. All right. To get information on the chat group, and then also to register for the course. All right. The Skill Futures FX course. Now, the QR code later on, I'll give it to you. Okay. Okay. Now, those of you who are Singaporeans, all right, because Singaporeans, we have the Skill Futures credit, which we get once you're 25 years old and above, you get the $500. If you are more than 25, you may have gotten $1,000. All right. So of course, if you have not used all of it, you can use 500 of that to pay for your Skill Futures course, because the cost is $500. And believe me, it is a very cheap course at $500. When I first started teaching this course in Malaysia, in Singapore, in Indonesia, in Hong Kong, it was like $1,500. Now it's only 500 because I want everybody to learn foreign exchange. Okay, and learning foreign exchange is a skill. It's like a fishing skill, no? You give a man a fish, he will eat the fish, and next day you don't give him the skill, he cannot catch a fish. All right. But if I teach him how to fish, he will learn how to fish and he will be okay. Just like you. You can follow me, but if you don't learn how to trade yourself, eventually, of course, you will slow down, right? But initially, you can follow my views, and you can also come up with your own views, which is what I want you guys to learn eventually. As a chat group, initially, you follow my views, but eventually, you come out your own views, and you post it on the chat group and say, hey, guys, today I have one view. I think I saw a head and shoulder formation in, let's say, sterling against US. Maybe it looks like it's going to go down, so maybe you can look at it. Then we all look at it, and we all agree, then we all sell sterling. Okay, that's how we do it. All right, as a chat, as a group. Okay, so what you will receive, which you will not receive other courses. After you do the one-day course, you have a lifetime learning support from me. Okay, I will give you updates. I will give you currency movements, put out trading views, what sort of views. This is in the chat group, which I will form after you attend the Forex course. But if you want to have more regular, more like up-to-date tips and all that, then you must follow the SCCI Market Tips group. That one is more active. But I'll put you in a group where you also learn when the news come out, certain news come out, you will learn, okay, on why it impacts the currency market. Okay, so you actually learn from a closed WhatsApp chat community group of like-minded learners. Okay, quite a lot, quite many now. Okay, then you will receive 3 complimentary, actually 2 ebooks. And the first one, number 1, maximizing profits and minimizing losses. That one are notes. All right, very, very useful notes to learn. All right, to do risk management. All right, to do leveraging, the guidelines. All right, on how to do leveraging, how to do your margins. And then also number 2 is fundamental analysis. And then number 3 is technical analysis. It's on charting. Okay, number 3 is on charting. So you receive the 3 so-called books, right? So the next course for this FX course is on the 28th of August, which is like almost 18 days, 17 days from now. It's on a Saturday, all right? So you can attend that one if you want to. It's 9 to about 5:30, 9 to 6, thereabouts, okay? Okay, this, I'll give you a minute so that you can scan the QR code, right? If you want to attain. Okay, it's 100% claimable, okay? So if you see a 500 inside there, you just claim the 500 and you pay nothing and you learn a new skill, okay? And hopefully when you learn a new skill, we will become profitable as the days go by. All right, I'm not going to run away. I'll probably be here for a while because I like to, everybody who knows me knows I like to teach, I like to trade. So those are the 2 things I like to do. Of course, also semi-retired, I also do volunteer work, okay, as well. Okay, just a very quick one. Those of you who have traded, but you want to learn more, the course is a good refresher, all right? So you want a different perspective, you can join the course, all right? And I believe, and I honestly believe that it will be money well spent, all right? If you have adequate knowledge in the technicalities of the FX market, but you still need some help, you can join the chat group, all right? I told you, right, I will give you daily calls on the market. There'll be at least 1 call to buy or sell a certain currency pair with entry, with exit, and stop loss. Joining fee now, all right, for the next 7 people, okay, is 100 per annum or 28 cents a day. this will not last long, because once I hit the 20, actually, to be frank, I think it will get there very soon, okay? So even some of you like 21, 22, 23, if you are in this presentation, I will give you an exception, okay? So don't worry. Remember I told you I used to pay $150 a month for this kind of service, and now it's 100 Sing, okay, per year. All right. So I mean, I hope you all don't miss it. I mean, for me, it's like 28 cents. I mean, sometimes my children look at me, Dad, only 28 cents, no. Cannot even buy tea, no. All right. Cannot even buy a kopi C. All right. Let alone a Starbucks or whatever. But I just want people to learn. All right. So that all of us can be profitable. Okay. Many, but I just put a few testimonials, okay? This is the guy, okay, the first one. For someone new to Forex, this group has helped me in marrying the macro indicators with the trade strategies. This is the guy who made 100% in 4 months. Okay. The analysis of the economic indicators is great, and the overall result is good. This guy is a technical person. That means he used charts. But now he says, wow, with these fundamental economic indicators, my result is even better. Okay. Then this guy said, I used to find it difficult to trade as I do not have the time to do my own analysis. However, after joining Victor's chat group, I did more trades and was more profitable. Okay. And this guy said, Victor's daily trading view is very good as it has good risk management. I always put stop loss on, okay? So basically these are the testimonial. So I hope to see many of you soon to help you out with your trading journey. The best is to do the Skill Futures trading course first. From there, then we can move much faster. And for some of you, for starters, for some of you who do not have any account with any of the platform yet, I can actually help you to earn $250 risk-free. All right, this one I promise you, no risk. That means you so-called get 250 in your account and you can start trading, okay, with that 250. I mean, but you need, okay, I have to be very upfront with you. You need to have starters, 3K to spare to open the account, and then you can get the $250. You can have that, you get $250. And if you want to continue trading, that means you actually start with $250, like they call it like pocket money. So if you lose $200, the first few trades, you still have $50 ahead, all right? But unfortunately, this will be revealed when you attend the course, okay? Any question? Either from the mic or on the chat. So don't be shy, okay? You can just WhatsApp me, okay, on my number. So I can, and regarding, of course, the course itself, and also regarding the chat group. Just in case you missed, okay, that is my number again, 94521922. So after this, course, if you're a bit shy, please WhatsApp me, and then I can tell you. So the chat group is ongoing. Even now, when I'm talking to you, the chat group, if somebody is posting something, all right, after the number, they will come out with something. Okay, for example, okay, this guy, just to give you an example, okay, decline, the data declined, so now can hold. Then he put that smiling face, because why? The kiwi is up, so he's making money. So then this guy, very, very cute. I think Victor must be hitting buying New Zealand dollars hard. All right. I already bought some, so no need to buy some more. Can keep some. Okay.
Victor, I have a question.
Questions?
I have a question.
Okay, don't worry. You have my number. You can WhatsApp me anytime. But really, I want to encourage you all. to just take the step to attend the course, because it will be a very, very helpful course for, you know, either as an investment eventually, you want to do your own trading, or to learn a new knowledge. All right. And I believe that these $500 that you pay, you will learn a lot more. All right. Definitely. Okay.
Victor, I have a question. Can you hear me?
Any more?
Hi, Victor, can you hear me?
Okay, don't worry. Like I said, you have my number. Call me anytime, WhatsApp me anytime. And if you have time, can I hear you? Maybe okay, give me a sec. Sorry. Okay, Andy.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I thought I yeah. One question is, after attending your course, first of all, for $500, I mean, I've attended a lot of course. $500 is a steal to me, really. Based on your knowledge and your credentials, it's a no-brainer to me. So I'm definitely going to sign up since I have my skills future. But my question is, after attending the course, I attended Forex courses before, but after that I didn't really practice. So it's like forgotten all about it. My question is that after attending a course, how much time do we need to spend, let's say if we want to trade in the markets? Because I don't want to, how to say, is it half an hour, 1 hour? Do we need to like read a lot of news, a lot of
no need. When you attend my course, and by the end of the course,
yeah,
you would have enough skills to already start trading, and I will hold your hands over the first 6 months to make sure that you are able to trade well and have that confidence.
Okay.
All right. All of them are like that. I have one Indian guy, had never traded foreign exchange before. By the end of the course, wow, he's itching to go. And the next few days, he started trading on his own. But of course, if you are not familiar, because now COVID, the restriction not so bad, you know, because of the high percentage of vaccination. I am also vaccinated twice, so I'm quite safe in the sense. So I can always meet over tea and then go through with you how to do the platform, how to do the buy and sell and all that. No problems. I will go through with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So which means after attending course, when we at our own timing, when we trade at home, it won't take us long. I mean, like,
oh no, it won't.
Just place a trade and then
better still, if you join my chat group for $100, I will give you the trading views, and then you can, I saw Victor's view, maybe I go and put an order there to buy, to sell, and then I don't have to spend so much time.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, because yeah.
We don't want to be sitting at our desk for the next 8 hours to look for that. Yeah, can die.
Correct. Yeah, correct. Okay, thank you.
So you WhatsApp me later on, and then I will give you the details of everything.
Okay, will do. Thanks.
Okay. Thanks, Andy. Any more, my friends? So don't be shy, Okay, David, I will respond to you shortly. So not to worry. Any more? Okay, no more. We will stop here, but of course it's not the end. Sunday, I will have another session, and then next Wednesday, every Sunday, Wednesday, I have a session. So it's not ending. It's never ending, so-called. All right, I will continue so that you all learn more and more, and we journey together. All right, thank you once again. Have a good evening. Have a restful